What's up, guys? It's Rogelio from PokeOBG with a new Pokemon game that I just found out about. Who's not completely completed, but I believe it's 2/3 of it done. So there's like 20 plus hours of this game out so far, and it's called Pokemon Flux. Seems pretty interesting. I can't wait myself to get started, which I will as soon as I'm done recording this video. But let me just go ahead and show you guys, I guess, where I found it, information about the game, and then obviously at the end how to download it so you guys can play it yourselves. Getting started, we did go ahead and find this on Twitter from this Pokemon Flux Twitter account, which had them talking about episode 1 being released and then also episode 2. This was the post that I initially found. So Pokemon Flux Anniversary, where 2 years ago they released the first part, episode 1 of 3. Again, there's 3 episodes. And now they just recently, I believe 2 months ago, or maybe it was this month or a month ago, give or take, they released episode 2. We mean part 3 will probably be a while before it does get released. But with that alone, they've got a lot of content out already with part 1 and part 2. Including obviously their own fan-made Pokemon, their own region, their own versions versions of some Pokemon that we already know and love. Meowth, for example, Alterian region, which with its evolution and things like that. But this eventually brought me to this blue sky social, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I went ahead and made my own account, so I can go ahead and check them out over there. If you guys use, is it B-Sky, Blue Sky? I'm not even sure. You guys call it whatever you want. If you use it, follow me over there. But I only made the account initially to see what they've got going on, but now I'll probably try to utilize the account as well. But it brought us here, which basically has all the information that we need about episode 2 and things like that. So this link basically brings us over here. There is also a wiki for it, so the Pokemon Flux wiki, I'll put all of these links down below as well, so you guys can have those also. The wiki, of course, telling you about the region, the full Pokedex is on there, a walkthrough and how to play, things like that. I like to learn all that stuff on my own. I might potentially do a Pokedex video at some point and just look through every single Pokemon on there to see what everything's looking like in this Alteria region. But more importantly, the EV Expo website for Flux, where it does have some initial right away background information about it with some graphics as well. And then at the very bottom, the Windows or Mac download link, which you're gonna go ahead and need. So let's go ahead and talk about the game a little bit before we continue here. Obviously the story, welcome to Altera. I'm saying that right? Altera, a wild and diverse region that overflows with abundance as well as danger. It is also the only place in Pokemon world that emanates large amounts of flux energy. I'm not really sure what that is just yet. We'll find that out whenever we start playing the game. A potent resource that has many uses. That still doesn't really help me, but okay. Flux is primarily used in electricity generation, but it also has applications in handheld technologies as well as Pokemon battles. The value and power of this resource led to rapid economic growth of the region. However, shortly after humans began tapping into flux energy for power, reports started to emerge about vicious, powered-up Pokemon appearing, the Alter Pokemon. So I guess they're like evil in a sense, or this energy that they're using is affecting them in a negative way, kind of like what can I compare this to? Kind of like Darling in the Franxx, if you guys watch anime. Kind of gives me an idea or concept of that, where this energy source that we're utilizing is affecting animals in a weird way that, I guess start attacking people, I'm assuming. To combat these Alter Pokemon and preserve peace and prosperity in Altera, the Altera Pokemon League was formed. The purpose of this league is to produce strong trainers to fight the Alter Pokemon, rewarding them with money and fame. This prominent league attracts trainers from all over the world and is structured differently from a typical gym challenge. So we don't have gyms, it seems. There's a different kind of way to go ahead and I guess reach prestige and fame in this game. So I'm going to be kind of curious to see how they work that out in the game as well. After a championship match in Condor City, while going home, 3 friends meet face by face with alter Pokemon threat, and soon after embark on a life-changing journey across the Altera region. So I'm guessing these are the 3 friends. We've got Sky, Terra, and Aster. I'm assuming this guy's probably the original, and then this is the girls' version, and then there's an alternate rival, like a lot of Pokemon games have done. If it lets me pick one, I think I might have to go with this dude just because of the purple. This style is probably more me, but I do enjoy the color purple and the design for this character as well. So yeah, interesting. We got 3, I guess, rivals and main character here in this case. And now we've got some screenshots, and honestly, they're not even like all screenshots. We've got some videos here with Chiclet, the fire Pokemon. We've got Maz, the leaf moth Pokemon, which is grass. And then, of course, lastly, we've got the Dolphin Findolf. So I guess those are going to be our 3 starters for the fire, water, grass types. Everything is looking pretty cool. I see a Labo right here. So obviously, we've got some original Pokemon in here as well. But graphics for it look amazing. Pictures are looking good. I don't know what this is. Probably one of the bird types. And then the lab, and then obviously some new Pokemon. So we've got a Tanscure, something like that. Here I can zoom in on these as well, just so you guys can get a better grasp of what this is looking like. But yeah, Tanscure. I don't know what Pokemon this is. Humborb, and then just some pictures of the gameplay, and then once again the starters right here. And then as far as features go, we've got an entirely new battle mechanic, Flux moves, and alter battles. We've got a dex full of new Pokemon and returning mons from Tandor, Kanto, Johto, and many other regions. Wait, where's Tandor from? I've been out of the loop, I guess. And then obviously some more features here. We've got overworld encounters complete with behavior patterns, emotion displaying, loot dropping, and much more. Wild area like route layout, no more obvious linear maps. Wild area like route layouts. I don't know what they mean by that. We're gonna have to find out when we play. And then no gyms, which is a big thing here. Completely different league structure and game progression from your standard fan game. So no gyms. Dynamic lighting for light sources, caves, forest. New and much better looking weather effects. Online features like trading, GTS, wonder trading, battling, and more. So they've somehow figured out how to get servers up for this game to do trades, which is kind of crazy and amazing. I definitely want to see how that looks as well. So we'll be doing some wonder trades once we get in the game. Many and many more new features tailor-made for Pokemon Flux, and time of the day is relevant for many quest encounters, but don't worry, no need for manipulating your OS clock or waiting it out. So I'm assuming they'll have some kind of feature in-game to make sure that you can speed up to the time that you need for whatever quest or encounter that pops up in-game. So that's a W. But yeah, with all that being said, episode 2 just recently released. Like I said, Windows and Mac versions. You just click download. I know it's, I was gonna say, it's gonna get super bright here. Download this one. I already went ahead and did that. Here, I'll even show you guys just to make sure. So it says Pokemon Flux Episode 2 V2.0.0 zip. Close that out just because it's too bright. And then go to our downloads. And we've got Flux Episode 2 V2.0.0, which came in a RAR file, exported it into this, which gave us the folder, and then all the stuff that we need for that, including the application for the game right here. I do have it up currently, but I'll close that out just to make sure that you guys see. Don't need anything else. You just run it straight off of there, and the game should start itself just like that. And then also another little quick thing, and it comes up super small, just so you know. I don't think you can do it from here. Oh, you can, graphics, and then just switch that over to whatever size you prefer in this case. But yeah, one of the big things that I had to figure out first whenever I was tweaking everything But overall, that's how you download the game. That one simple download link gets you everything you need for the game. Episode 1, episode 2, both in that file, so you can play up to that point, and then it'll stop you at some point. But with all of that being said, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment if you have any questions, or just if you're excited to play this game, and when you plan to, leave that in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about it as well. And then most importantly, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Like I said, I'm gonna be playing this right now. I'm starting up stream. Not that that matters in the sense of you guys watching it, but I should be uploading probably just a VOD version of me playing the game afterwards as well, because just editing all into multiple parts just is a lot of work with 2 channels and everything going on in my life right now. So I'll upload the VOD for that as well, so you guys can check it out. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.